Hello everyone and welcome to this full moon reading. We have three groups here today. We have volcano, ocean and fog. So pick which card or pile that you feel drawn to and we'll get started with pile one. Hello group number one, you chose volcano, which says volatility. So my intention with the full moon reading is to sort of shine some light what would be helpful for you to let go of with the full moon in order for you to let go and create new intentions with the upcoming new moon so that you can create the abundance that you desire in your life, so that you can free up space in order to have what it is that you're wanting. Because if we're holding on to stuff and if it's in our unconscious, sometimes we're not aware of it. So I hope to shine some light on that, and if you can release that, then you've got that ability to actually have that space to bring in what you do want. So you have volatility here. So I feel like with this full moon there may be some eruptive circumstances in your life. There could be arguments, there could be, and when I want to say this is a general reading, so this could be with amongst your peers, this could be around you. You may not be, may not be the one involved in the arguments, but you could be observing the arguments, okay? Or it could be arguing with yourself, okay? Everything is a reflection. Everything is a mirror of ourselves. So if you are seeing the arguments outside of you or around you, it's observing where you were once at or what might be laying under the surface that maybe, because what are those arguments that you're seeing or that you're viewing? Are those arguments a source of frustration from the people involved? Is it, what negativity is surrounding it? What fears are surrounding those arguments? I feel like you're being asked to really observe and look at that so that you can acknowledge an unconscious part of you that could possibly be frustrated or holding on to some negativity or some lack in some way. And I feel like this is going to really help you. I have to point out that what they're telling me right now is anger. Some of you are holding on to anger. So if you are viewing anger in any way, this could just be, it doesn't even have to be people really close to you. There could be just you end up at the traffic light and somebody hurls abuse at somebody else, right? This is a reflection as well. It's showing you that there's perhaps some anger under the surface. I know this happens to me sometimes when I observe things like that, because generally in my everyday life, I come across really lovely people most of the time. And occasionally, if I see someone angry, I've found it's times when I'm holding on to some anger. And for me, I don't know why I'm feeling like expressing it, but I will. For me, anger was something really hard for me to actually bring out. So I held on to anger for many years. And for me, learning how to express my anger is a good tool for me in aligning with this fiery passionate self. Because what's coming up to me right now is when you're aligned, when you show the anger, the frustration, it's a tool. It's our intuition in a way telling us that we have potential for more. We have more of a potential, right? And with that, if we're not expressing it, we're denying ourselves of our own potential, because this is all fire element. So being balanced and acknowledging the fire within and doing so in a healthy, loving, accepting way allows us to be in alignment with our soul's purpose, our soul's initiative, if you like. So have a look at what is going on under the surface for you. What are you observing in your environment? Because that spirit keeps bringing that up. Let's have a look at your other messages. Okay, so perhaps some of you are frustrated because things aren't moving the way, as quick as you want, or something that you've been wanting to manifest isn't happening. I am seeing like the cog wheels, which is like what I'd like to call the wheel of fortune sort of wheel that I see in my vision, and spirit showing it, it's like you're trying to move that wheel, and it's like it's really hard. It's moving, but really, really slowly. And perhaps because whatever situation or what's going on with you underneath the surface, it needs to be released first so that you can move forwards. I feel like it may be holding you back in some way from your freedom. Solitude, yes. So you're being asked to take some time to connect with the higher aspects of yourself. I don't know if you can see, but the tree is purple, which talks about the crown chakra. And you can see around it's kind of stormy, but on this hill there's that beautiful blossoming tree. And I feel like your soul is calling to you to acknowledge this. And it's going to bring about a great bursting of energy and a great positive momentum moving forwards. It's almost like, Spirit's showing you right now, it's like acknowledgement, and it's like the gate will open for you. So fit it how it fits in your life. I was guided to use the past life cards this month. So we have the farm here. So perhaps there could be some past life connections coming up with this full moon, just because I don't normally pick up this deck unless there's a reason. And this could be tied in where you were working on a farm. I'm also feeling like with this card that perhaps, because I am feeling like I have to tune in further here, guys. So just give me a moment, because I feel energies and I'm feeling a lot in my solar plexus right now. So I just have to take a moment. And I have to breathe. So I feel like this is part of the message for you, is taking a moment to breathe, to release. I feel like there's some trapped emotions here that need freeing. That's what I'm seeing. I'm also getting a message for some of you. I'm seeing these horses grazing here, and I'm hearing from spirit, it's like some of you are like swallowing down bits and pieces of, or parts of your life, and what you're not happy with. It's like you see it, you go, okay, I'm not happy with that. I'll just, just swallow it down. You may be using food as a tool to cope with your emotions. So if that's the case for you, this could be in alignment with you. I also feel like it's like every little piece that you're picking up that you're frustrated with, they're saying that it's growing and growing and growing, and then it's creating a shadow, and it's creating a shadow within your solar plexus, I'm seeing. Some of you may have passive aggressive tendencies. But yeah, I just see it as like forming a calculus in a way. It's like, that's how I'm seeing it. It's like it's packing in. It's like if you get, if you start mixing the cement and it just starts to clump together, and then it starts to dry up, and then it's rock hard. And that's what I'm seeing here. Because I am a healer, they do show me these sorts of messages. but it just, so just be aware, what is it that you're sort of just putting to the side, or you know, burying it under the surface. Because some of you watching, I'm hearing, like, you might be like, okay, well, this is not me. I'm not angry at all. I'm feeling really, really good. And if that's the case for you, then could there possibly be little bits and pieces that you just, I'm frustrated with that. Okay, let's get on my day. Let's just be positive. Let's just be happy, which is really, really good. But I feel Spirit's just really wanting to point out here that it just can cause a blockage within you. It sort of, as I said, can just become rock hard within you, and that can create dis-ease within your body, bring your solar plexus out of balance, or your body out of balance. So for some of you listening, that may resonate. So just, all these messages are for your guidance, and it's just there to illuminate. And so you really feel into what feels right for you. You will know if these messages resonate for you. I always say that because I want you to be in your power, and I want you to feel into your own self. Yes, that's what I'm getting from that card. And we have this one here. This one, this card here, and let me see. So this card here to me looks like another fire element. I mean, I don't know what these cards are, but I go by the images and what I feel, what Spirit brings through to me. And to me, the hair looks like fire, and it's interesting because it's the similar colors, okay? So again, we're back to that fire element. And I see here this third eye here, heart chakra and sacral energies. And I feel like the third eye is talking about that awareness, being aware of what is frustrating you, what is getting you down, what is annoying you, what's not working in your life. Having that awareness helps your healing. Coming from the heart and seeing the pink rose is having compassion and sending love to the parts of yourself that feel that way, that feel angry or not, and love and sending compassion. And acknowledging your anger is love. Acknowledging your anger is love. Feeling it is love. It's the denying of it. It's the pushing it down, which us humans have been doing for so long. That's where all of this imbalance is. That's where all of our problems lay, our disease in the body. So again, there's that message being brought up again about acknowledging that. And then you have the sacral energies here. And this talks about creativity from that, which again is in alignment with what I was channeling earlier on about using that anger, that frustration to create change, to use it for the better. It's also a masculine energy here. I can see on his arms as well, there's this tree. So there's, you know, this trees to me is growth and blossoming. Okay, let's just see what other cards we have. We've got Pisces, the Mystic. So you could be a very imaginative, compassionate, healing, empathetic, mystical, adoring, magical, allowing, dreamy, enigmatic, spiritual, emotional, escapist, impractical, oceanic, self-pitying, and illogical. I'm reading these out in case it resonates for you. I see the fish here. For some of you, you may be wanting to manifest more prosperity. And perhaps this could be around money as well. And I feel like the message with the Pisces card is that in releasing this and acknowledging and letting it go, it's going to make way for you to bring your dreams to life. You could be someone who's very empathic. You could be a healer. But you have visions. You're a visionary. And this is bringing those visions to life. We have sextile, opportunity. Again, is that bringing that vision to life, creating opportunity within your life. You can see that with this easel of paint. Collaborate, assist, explain, provide opportunity, synergize, create possibilities for, open doors, promises, bring insights to, communicates, welcomes, and develops. You have a creative potential here. And I see with the window here, you can see that the window's open, and it's almost like there's opportunity for you to move through a gateway here. And from memory, in the beginning, I think Spirit was showing me the gate and saying that if you release, it's like an acknowledge that subconscious, it opens the way. So that's what's coming from this. And this is not going to be an easy process, I have to be honest with you. For some of you, it's going to be different for everyone, but for some of you, it's not going to be an easy process, because I do feel it so strongly, and it's okay. Just take your time. If you really do want to become aware, you can ask the moon at full moon. Write down, I want to be aware of what, if any, anger or what's holding me back, and observe what happens in the coming days from the full moon. And doing so is very strong, because what it activates is that when you ask, you receive. And I just want to point out that in doing so may create some scenarios, or it may bring up some anger. But this is a good sign that what you've asked for is coming to light, and you know this. So you'll be able to make a change from it. Because you'll go, oh, okay, I'm seeing that, and I'm going to be able to write all this down and let it go. Breathe through it. Ask Spirit to assist me in this healing process. And have compassion for yourself with whatever comes up to the surface here. But it's going to free you. Absolutely. I just get this sense of relief, a big shift within you from this. Really big shift. Oh, look at that. That just, wow. Move. And I was just talking about a big shift. And you can see it's like these this big beautiful heart with this solar plexus, bright beautiful energy. And you see here, I see this as the masculine and feminine coming into union here and coming into harmony. We've even got the green for the heart chakra and red for the root chakra. So I feel like in acknowledging that fire element within you and bringing it out in a really healthy way is going to move you beyond limitations that have been set in front of you, the blockages, the whatever, however it is playing out in your life. It's going to move you beyond your potential. Beyond your potential. I don't think I said it right. Beyond what you thought was your potential. Like, it's going to bring you greater. I hope I'm making sense. Alrighty, so see what other messages. All right, so we have conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. So that's a really positive sign. Prosperity lies ahead. Wonderful, because I was talking about, I feel like it's about prosperity for some of you. Be bold and make the first move. Yes, take action to let go and heal and inspire that yourself, that growth within you. And know that you have every potential to move ahead and to gain the healing that you desire in your life. For those of you who have been going through a very challenging situation, it's coming to an end. Because in the beginning I was talking about some of you maybe in a situation where you're seeing other people arguing and fighting, and that can be quite a chaotic environment, can be quite stressful. And I feel like you're coming to the end of this, whatever you've needed to learn, that lesson from being in that environment. You're coming to the end of it now, and that's the confirmation here. Conclusions are within reach. You're getting the understanding. You've gotten the understanding that you needed. And you're ready to move on to calmer waters. So that's the messages I have for you. I send you so much love and full moon blessings. Bye for now. Hello, group number 2, and welcome to your full moon reading. You chose Ocean, Ebb and Flow. We're doing this reading to have a look at what might be unconscious, what may be under the surface, that's being asked from your spirit to be let go of. And the moon supports this so that you can create the abundance you desire in your life, and really make space for those new intentions with the new moon. So you've chosen that card. Let's have a look. Let's go dive deep here. I'm seeing a lot of power here with this card, and I'm also seeing on the horizon this sun is just coming out here on the horizon. And I see a lot of clouds around. So I feel like there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of momentum, there's a lot of I want to say charge in the way of your life flow, in the way of I feel like this sense of wanting to charge forwards, wanting to, like this water here, it's crashing onto the surface. So I feel like you are wanting to make a statement. You're wanting to, you've got that force behind you. And I feel like with this ebb and flow, it's about containing that force of energy. Because I feel like the message here is, yes, you've got that force of energy. Yes, you've got that push to get going. And yes, you can see the sun on the horizon here. You see that potential. But don't allow the force to cloud that. So what I'm hearing from Spirit is that there needs to be this ebb and flow, this allowing. Because if we try and, if we get that, what that energy flow coming in, that charge of energy and that readiness, and that it's to inspire us to keep going. But don't allow it to, they're now showing me a volcano. It's like the pressure builds and then bang, it bursts open. They want you to sort of contain that pressure and allow it to inspire you, allow it to move you forwards, knowing that, you know, the sun is rising and your manifestations are coming into fruition, but not, because if you allow it to build too much and the pressure comes out, it's like it fizzles away that the connection to the drive and the motivation that you have for a particular goal. I hope I'm bringing this through okay, guys. I'm hearing there's a beauty here. I'm not sure what they're talking about, but they're saying there's a beauty to this. They're also saying the clouds are going to move soon. So the clouds, like, you know, the clouds shadow the sun. It shadows the light. It shadows the clarity here. For some of you, there may be a lack of clarity, but they're saying that the clouds are shifting. And you could be getting quite excited about this. That could be why I'm picking up on that as well. I don't know if some of you like swimming, because they're showing me someone swimming. They're also saying the word purification. They're also saying the word pliable. I don't even know if that's a word, but I'm hearing it. I trust that makes sense. All right, let's have a look. Sometimes I don't know until I look back on the readings. All right, we've got purity, the fourth house, healing begins. Of course, no wonder. We have what looks like the Hermit. I don't think it is, but it looks like that, doesn't it? It's a very beautiful card. We'll look into that more deeply in a moment. We have biblical. Now, I picked up the past life cards for this full moon, so there must be past life energies coming up to the surface, so we'll look into that in a moment. And we've got clouds, shape-shifting, and we're mentioning the clouds here. And I want to say clouds shifting. And it's interesting because they're talking about ebb and flow and shape-shifting. And to me, shape-shifting is like changing a form in order to you know what they're actually saying to me? Because I was going to say changing form for circumstances. It's like what I heard with that was Spirit wants you to change your form in regards to being that person or that vision or whatever it is that you're wanting. It's to be that in order to allow that the universe to manifest that. It's like affirming to the universe. There's a lot of manifestation messages with this full moon, which is great. And they're talking about that ebb and flow. And there's that sense of, I think I said purifying as well. Look, purity. And I love this picture because you can see the woman in the background and she's opening up to that full moon. She's embracing that full moon and she's drinking it in and allowing the Divine Mother, the full moon, to come in to enlighten and to be able to feel supported and nurtured as you take the healing that you feel inspired to take. I'm also seeing here this leaves coming off. So to me, this is like the old is moving away for something very new. And we could see this sun on the horizon here, and Spirit saying that the clouds are shifting. So you're becoming what you desire here. You're healing your perspective. You're seeing beyond illusion. You're seeing the purity of life, the purity of the elements, and the purity of yourself. She can't see, but she senses it. She knows it. So you know. For some of you, you could have grown up in a family that was very religious, or you could have had past lives, biblical past lives. But what I'm seeing here is this gentleman working hard. And I see that in the past, this gentleman, he's worked hard, and you can see his clothes are torn. And Spirit's pointing this out because what I feel is with this fourth house energy, that you are creating firm foundations. You are setting roots in your life. Family, home, background, comfort, cooking, inner world, real estate, shelter, self-care, rejuvenation, habits, and shell. And the four corners is the four different areas of your life. And you're bringing it together and you're gaining stability. Perhaps in some past lives, you had to work really hard, and perhaps you didn't really get to where you're wanting to go. Perhaps some of you were of service to others and not of service to yourself. I get this sense for some of you that in your past life, you were happy. You were happy to, it's like you had, I'm seeing an open heart here. It's like you felt an honor in your role of serving. And I'm hearing in the serving in the name of God, serving in the name of Christ. And I feel like this serving was in the way of, not in center of attention way. What I mean is not like a priest or a nun, but more so in the way of making sure the premises are clean, making sure you could have been cooking and providing, in those types of ways in the name of religious service. For some of you, you may be quite religious in this lifetime. You may be bringing together your spirituality with your practicality, bringing them together, uniting them together. And creating abundance and creating that stability for yourself and I'm hearing like moving past that service and not having anything for that service, being in the background. I feel like your soul chose in this lifetime to not be in the background, but to open the curtains here and be in the light. I feel like for some of you, that purifying is purifying the belief that you can't have stability and be spiritual. Or should I say be prosperous and be spiritual? Because that could be, because even as I'm saying this, I'm feeling resistance and fear in my solar plexus. I keep touching this card. Perhaps there's some going within here, because it does look like the Hermit looking at the light. And then what is on here, it looks like a bear. Is it a bear or a wolf? No, I think it is a bear. He or she is wearing a bear. So they are cloaked in strength as they look within, as they follow their own light. You could have been on quite a spiritual journey. I get the sense some of you may be shadow workers. You may have experienced some darkness. This is in order for you to see some truths, the real truth of reality. And you chose to come here to purify yourself of the past beliefs, or of perhaps you could have even come to make a shift within your family if there was some really strong religious beliefs that held you back from highest potential. I'm also feeling now sacral chakra. There's actually an energy cord. Someone watching, there's an energy cord in the left-hand side of your sacral chakra that may be connected to past life or to a family member. This will make sense to you if this relates to you. If that is the case, you could get a healing done, or you can look up energy cords meditation. Make sure you feel comfortable. Always listen to your intuition when you tap into any healing, for even meditations. You don't want to open your energy to people, just to anyone. You want to feel right. That's a message Spirit's bringing up. That's why they could be showing me swimming in the ocean too. Swimming in the ocean will be very purifying as well and healing. And being by the sea also shows you the ebb and flow of life and being comfortable with the ebb and flow of life. Let's get some more messages here. I'm actually going to get our Angels of Abundance deck because I just feel guided to for you. Yeah, look at that. I knew. I just knew. I knew that was going to come out. That's exactly what I'm feeling. Sever the vows of poverty. Dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self-denial that you may have made, consciously or unconsciously, in any lifetime. As you do so, all effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions, time and again. I'm feeling left side of my sacral area. I'm feeling a pull. There's a very strong energy cord there for someone watching, and that could be what's holding you back from your highest potential, your prosperity, and really having that, that sacred security that you deserve in this lifetime. So look into that if that speaks to you. All right. But in letting this, and another message is to, with this full moon, you can ask the moon to help you in letting go and severing any vows of poverty that you may have made in this lifetime or any other lifetime. So that you can really set your roots in this life. And be open for what's to come. I'm being guided to grab another card, so I'm going to. I just want to talk, I want Spirit to give me a message in regards to, that one dropped out. Okay, that was the move card. But I want to see what this, because in the beginning we're talking about the this build-up of energy and power that's there. I feel like that's your inner strength. That's your potential that you have. And they want you to keep that. They want you to keep that inspired, that momentum. I know what's happened for me in the past is I have gotten really motivated and I can see things starting to open up. I can see the silver lining, and then I sort of can they're saying it's self-sacrificing, self-sabotaging, sorry. And that's sort of what I feel like for some of you watching could be what's playing out. I think that's what they were talking about in the very beginning. Win or lose. So this is talking about, I think this would be the Five of Swords, which would be that inner conflict. I'm also feeling throat chakra here as well. I'm not feeling really Five of Swords energy here. I feel like it might be justice, actually. Yeah, that's what I feel like it is. It's justice. I feel like justice is coming in. And they, as I said in the beginning, keep being inspired, but don't rush to Take each step as it comes. Don't rush forwards here. Allow that ebb and flow of energy to take you where you need to be. Again, that 4, again, is about that gaining that stability in your life and really taking leadership, because your soul chose to move beyond the bounds of poverty and lack. Just on the back of the deck is joy and stability. Anyway, I'm going to end it there, and we'll look at, I'll just do the final messages from these cards here. I did a few extra for you because I just felt guided to, so. Whoa, talk about it. Extra messages for you. We'll go with it. I'm so happy to see this. The end of a tough cycle approaches for you. Phenomenal, because I can feel it. Good. Your dreams need a practical plan. This is that leadership. Make a plan. Put your intentions in. A time to give rather than receive, rather than take. And I feel like give to your plans. Give whatever you've got to what it is that you want to bring forward. I feel like for some of you watching, maybe you might have a business or project that you're working on, and perhaps maybe you're not receiving much at this stage. And I feel like there's a message here of giving to yourself, giving to that rather than receiving at this time, but you will receive. You will receive what you haven't. It will come back to you. What you've put out there will come back. That's what they're saying. Nothing is truly lost, they're saying, because you will come out the winner. You'll gain back and more. Actually, they're saying, again, with that body of water, that energy I was feeling, they're also saying that there's actually, you have so much to gain. There's a lot of karmic rewards for you, because a lot of lifetimes you've given and you haven't been open to receiving, but now you're seeing that and you're coming into that awareness, and you will receive. You will. Adjustments are required, yes. I feel like I just discussed it. And the energy is gaining momentum, yes. Definitely, that's what I'm feeling. And you can feel it too. But just take steps. Don't fizzle out that energy. Okay, so that's the messages I have for you, group number 2. I send you so much love and full moon blessings. Bye for now. Hello, group number 3, and welcome to your full moon reading. You chose Fog Veiled. My intention with these readings is to bring into enlightenment what may be under the surface for you to let go of, if you feel guided to, so that you may open up to your potential, and so that you can set new intentions with the new moon. Okay, so let's have a look at messages from Spirit, from the moon. And I just want to say, I do bring through different messages, different guidance within the reading, so please take what resonates for you in your life. Okay, so I am going to discuss what I'm seeing in the card, and then we'll get to the message. So what's being pointed out here, we have the tips of the mountains and the tips of the trees. And then we have here this opening up. So I feel like the full moon is getting you to see what's underneath, because I feel like with this fog, perhaps your mind has been fogged, perhaps you're not seeing very clearly, perhaps there's your perspective may not be right on point with someone or something or a situation or about yourself even. Perhaps you may even just think you can't do something when you in fact can do it. And it's clear with this thick fog, it's hard to see the clarity, and you can't see what's below. And perhaps it could be quite fearful for some of you, not being able to see exactly what's going on or what's going to eventuate in a situation or what's going to happen within a certain relationship. I feel like meditation and third eye chakra meditations are going to be really potent and really good for you at this stage, because I do feel like it could be third eye blockage. They're also saying some of you crown chakra as well. But clearing that third eye is going to help you to remove some of that shadow, some of that fog. I'm feeling it somewhere else as well. What's the other chakra? There's definitely, they're saying root chakra. Yeah. So getting grounded and balancing the root chakra as well is going to help you to see clearly. Also watch the foods that you're eating. For some of you, becoming more sensitive, and so foods could be fogging your vision as well. For some of you, be careful of the people, places and things that may be bogging you down. All right, that's a message I'm getting as well. But let's have a look what other messages we have here. Boundaries. Yeah, we talked about people, places and things. Revolution. Wow, that's a big energy. Blossom. We have this card here. We have Celtic. And we have stone people. I have to bring this up. I was drawn to do the past life cards with this full moon, so it could be past life stuff coming up for you. Just want to say. All right, let's have a look at what is being shown here. And I'm going to grab one more card because I'm feeling guided to. There's some breakthrough here for you. All right, we have choose your battles. Okay. Yeah, breakthroughs, brainstorming, originality, insight, awakening. All right. Humanitarianism, reform, surprise, freedom, environmentation, the unexpected, rapture, edge, diversity, lightning. This is very powerful energy that's taking place right now. But you can see here that the veil is pierced at the top. So you can see that there's this breaking apart here. And I feel like that's what Uranus is doing for you. It's breaking, it's piercing this perspective that you have. And this clouding in your life. So the sun, things are going to be illuminated to you. And your situation is going to change and blossom from it. With this choosing your battles, perhaps you've had to justify yourself to others. Perhaps you have not been in agreement with others. Perhaps there's been a lot of conflict around you. I don't know why, but I'm hearing some of you have not been supported in your vision. And this has clouded your perspective. Some of you, this could go back to past life Celtic beliefs, or in this life. But I also feel getting this card is that you're very spiritual. That you're somebody who's very connected to their spirituality. And there's this awakening here. But this piercing of the veil allows you to see so much more clearly and create this beautiful change. I love this card when I see it, because to me, yellow talks about personal power and confidence, and you can see her working the energy. So it's like she has her own personal power to create what she desires. She knows her power, she knows herself, and she has the confidence to follow through. She knows how to set boundaries, or he knows how to. This is for males as well. It's just that I just go by the vision and the cards for all the lovely gentlemen that watch. You can see here that perhaps in the past, you have been quite vulnerable, or you may have had to learn about boundaries, setting boundaries, so that you don't get caught up in the drama of others, in the conflicts. Because I get that sense sometimes you get dragged into things. Especially with that solar plexus energy. So what is happening here? It's like this electric energy is coming in, and it's like, whoa, I'm going to waken you up to see the truth of who you really are, and to move you out of the negativity. This energy is getting you in touch with your interdimensional self. There's transformative energy here. There's wise energy here. For some of you, I'm hearing you've gone through an awakening. You're going through another one. I'm hearing echoing in my head more, because I know I do that. More? How could there be more? It's all to get you to know your true self and your true potential. Your cosmic self here. That's what this is. You thought you knew, you know, there's more to you. There's more. Much more. Vigilance. Stone people. There's a real stillness in this card, in this lake. And actually, it's not full. It's not full of water. There's some water that's dried up. And so perhaps your life has been not receiving the fullness that you desire. So with this full moon, I feel like you're being asked to connect with the moon and ask the moon to illuminate where it is in your life you're not seeing things for the way they truly are. And this is going to create greater insight and really pick up the pace and turn you in a new direction. I want to clarify this vigilance. nurture. So they're saying nurture yourself. Some of you there may be some vulnerability coming up to the surface, so nurture the parts of you that feel vulnerable and allow that healing process to take place. I also hear keep vigilant in keeping grounded as well, because this will support you to see more clearly as well. There's clarity in nature. This is going to clear this will be very healing for your third eye as well, and your aura. Perhaps you could even do, like with the full moon, a cleansing of your aura and also like sealing it with protection so that you're not affected by outside energies, directly or indirectly. Let's see what other messages to finish your reading. And they're saying one more for you. Okay. All right, a win-win outcome is forecast. You and your loved ones are safe. Believe in the impossible, yes. So perhaps some of that perspective could be around you believing that you can, believing that it is possible to have what you want. A new romantic cycle begins. Ooh. So what you are releasing with this full moon is opening you to a whole new romantic cycle. So if that's something that you've been wanting, then that would be very positive for you. Even in the relationships you're in, the closer we come to ourselves, the closer we come to other people. So don't give up. Keep vigilant towards your healing and nurturing yourself and piercing through those veils and seeing more of who you are and blossoming and bringing that out into the world. That's what this awakening is bringing forth for you. So that's the messages I have for you. I send you so much love and full moon blessings. Bye for now.